The Lunaverse, episode 27, by Rainbow Double Dash, Crisis on Two Equestrias. Chapter 4, Magical Mystery Cure. It was Tuesday. There was a large loaf of pastry baked bread sticking out from her saddlebags. The sun was shining brightly in the midday sky. The Raindrops of Pegasus was convinced that nothing could possibly go wrong. The off-duty weatherman was driving through Ponyville, back to her home, where she planned to make herself a pair of sandwiches, grab a juicy novel, and waste the rest of the day away doing nothing, enjoying her day off. From an alley that she passed, she saw a few wisps of blue smoke. Naturally curious as she passed on by, she looked on, and saw a blue box with gold inlay, and a blue unicorn with a sheer look of terror and panic on her face. She breathed heavily, pressing against the wall, with one hoof to her heart. Raindrops frowned when she recognized the pony in less than a second. Trixie, self-proclaimed great and powerful, who only had a few months ago turned the entire town into a private fiefdom with the aid of some magical artifact. Apparently the artifact made her drunk on power, and the princesses had forgiven her, as had the town's authorities. But Raindrops wasn't sure she wanted to, not after what Trixie had done. Still, that didn't mean she intended to go out of her way to make Trixie's life miserable, so she simply snoring and trotted on. Or tried to. Raindrops! The Pegasus paused, looking over her shoulder into the back alley. Trixie was staring at her now, eyes wide. Yeah? Raindrops asked, surprised that Trixie even knew her name. Trixie stared at her. You don't recognize me, she said softly. Raindrops frowned. Of course I recognize you, she began. Thank Luna, Trixie said, her horn glowing blue. Raindrops cut out as she found herself wrapped in magic and dragged into the alley, next to Trixie. Okay, then you, what are you doing? Shh, Trixie insisted, putting a hoof to Raindrops' mouth. A horn glowed blue again, and on either side of the alley, a blue field erected itself, then a third one directly overhead. Trixie dashed away from Raindrops, running up to the edge of one field expecting it, or nodding to herself and looking back. Okay, she said, pacing back and forth. There's glamours and ghost towns hiding us now. Okay, there's you and there's me. Who else? Does Carrot Top remember? Charlie! Remember what? Raindrops asked. The aura around her had dissipated, and her wings had flared. What are you doing? Why are you hiding? Trixie paused, looking at Raindrops. Why? Why? She demanded, pointing out the alley. Because Corona's in town, Raindrops! Who? Trixie rocked back on her hose at last, staring at Raindrops with wide eyes. But, she intoned, her look of terror dropping for a moment before being replaced by one of pain. But you recognized me. Of course I did, Raindrops continued. You're the one that got my little brother to think it was a good idea to go into Everfree and bring a space bear to town. No lie that you came back and made Snails your little slave, Raindrops exclaimed, jamming a hoof at Trixie and beating her wings. And okay, it was that necklace thing that made you, but don't think I forgot that. She trotted up to Trixie and backed away in panic. Twilight said that we should forgive you, and I was going to just leave you alone. But you know what I think? I think I've changed my mind. Raindrops. I think you should get worse than some kind of talking to. So if I see you again, please, I'll sue! Trixie froze. Her hose raised as though she was ready to ward off incoming blows. But after blinking a few times, she lowered them. You heard me, Raindrops continued, pointing a hoof at Trixie. And I think I'll look into a restraining order, too. You will beat me up? Buck me? Hoof punch me? No, Trixie, because I'm not like you. Trixie stared. Maybe steal a storm cloud from the silo and leave it over at my house? Raindrops' eyes widened. I never, she exclaimed. In what silo? The cloud silo, where the clouds are stored. We don't have anything like that. I've never heard of anything like that. The clouds are left free range over Whitetail Wood. Raindrops paused a moment at that, tipping her hoof at the thought of actually storing clouds rather than leaving them out in the open. It would cut down significantly on evaporation. Although that's not a bad idea, actually. Was one of your parents a Pegasus? My uncle, Skyscraper, yes, but that's not the point. Raindrops, what's wrong with you? So he started trotting in circles around the Pegasus, looking her over as though seeing her for the first time. Which wouldn't have been very odd, if not for the familiarities he was putting on moments ago. You think I turned Snails into a slave? You did turn Snails into a slave! But you don't want to hit me, beat me up. Where's the anger? Raindrop stared at Trixie. You think I'm not angry? She demanded. Not really, no. Well, I am, Raindrop said, stabbing a hoof. Trixie stared at the hoof, the cobblestone street beneath it. You didn't break it. Of course I didn't. I'm not an earth pony. I can't break rocks with my bare hooves. Yes, you can. I've seen you, Trixie objected. Well, we've never even spoken before today. Trixie's eyes were wide. She didn't just change every pony's memories, she mumbled. Corona's changed ponies' personalities. Who in the wide world of Equestria is Corona? Trixie bit her lip. You're not gonna believe me, she said. Raindrops. The pony you think is the princess of the land, Celestia. She's not really Celestia. She's Corona, the Tyrant Sun, the most evil being in the past 1,000 years. She's trying to take over Equestria. Maybe she has taken over Equestria, and I'm the only one who remembers what it's supposed to be like. She trotted over to the blue and gold box and opened it, removing something from. Raindrops beat her wings and took to the air in shock at the gilt necklace, nor an apple-shaped gem in it that Trixie removed. Is that Raindrops? Trixie said, holding the necklace up. This is the focus of the element of honesty, and you're the element of honesty. This is supposed to be yours, just like I'm the element of magic. No, I'm not. No, you're not. Where did you get those? Raindrops demanded. She turned around. I'll go get the authorities. She was once again wrapped in blue magic, pulled down to the ground, turned around. She felt the necklace close about her neck as Trixie put it on her. Trust me, Trixie begged. Please, Raindrops. You've got to remember who you are. I know exactly who I am. Now let me go. Trixie stared as Raindrops fought against her telekinesis. Okay, Trixie said, shaking her head as her horn glowed brighter. She tried out the raindrops. Okay, I have to do this then. I didn't really want to. I really didn't want to. No offense. What are you doing? Raindrops demanded as Trixie took either side of her face into her hose. Raindrops' eyes widened. Oh, wait. No. Are you going to? You owe me big time, Trixie insisted, leaning in the everfree forest. Winter, but hot, stiflingly so. Melted snow and fog everywhere. A ruined tower. Elements of harmony saving them for Corona. Fighting on Ursa Minor. Working with Trixie to save all of Ponyville. A rainy day. Every pony, all of her friends getting together. It had been embarrassing, but good. Trixie and all her friends helping her when she had gotten therapy for her anger. A trip to Canterlot to expose the corruption in Luna's night court. Her being knighted along Trixie. There was emotion, too. Anger, pain, resentment, hope, joy, laughter, love. Raindrops was a scary mare, an angry mare, but the anger wasn't really a part of her. It was a burden she carried. And just beneath it was one of the surest, truest friends that Trixie had. In that case, Raindrops' voice echoed in her own mind, honesty, that's the one I want. That's the one I am. Raindrops drew herself away from Trixie, who didn't resist. The Pegasus stumbled, one hoof in her mouth. Tongue? She demanded. Why was there tongue? Because that's how the memory spell works, Trixie began, wiping her own mouth. She paused. Wait. That's what you said last time. I think any pony would say that if you pressed them out of nowhere, Raindrops exclaimed, stopping her hoof. Stars above, Trixie. Don't you remember what happened last time? Cheerily came in and thought we... Raindrops froze at that, rocking on her hooves, dissembling tightly. Her brain felt like it was on fire. 1,000 new memories settling in her head. Memories that in no way messed up with the ones she already had. I remember. I think I remember. Her eyes wide, pupils darting back and forth as she remembered. Raindrops looked at Trixie and saw two ponies. Not physically, but her mind was at war with itself. There was Trixie, the braggart, the show mare, the pony who tried to enslave Ponyville, who had been corrupted by the Alicorn amulet, who turned her little brother's slaves into her slave. And there was Trixie, the braggart still, but one of her best friends, who showed her little brother magic on a Keysen, who sold past her angry exterior to the real pony beneath it, who helped her out of tough spots, and whom she helped out of tough spots. How did you... Raindrops demanded, falling back onto her haunches and pressing her host to her head. Oh, Raindrops, Trixie said, trying forward. You have to fight the spell, the one that Corona placed over you. Raindrops remembered Corona, the Tyrant Sun. Blank white eyes, mane and tail made of animate fire. Corona, the Tyrant Sun, greatest enemy of Equestria, the one who kidnapped dozens of foals for Ponyville, and threatened to immolate them if Ponyville didn't obey her every command. Raindrops looked again at Trixie, the first Trixie, the show mare, who enslaved her brother, seemed to fall into the background. Looking at her now was only Dame Trixie Lulamoon, element of magic, her best friend. Trixie's face broke out into a wide smile, and relieved laughter escaped her lips. Then she realized that Raindrops at last fully and truly recognized her. Thank you, Luna, she breathed, leaning forward, touching her forehead to Raindrops. You do remember. Hold on, Raindrops said, pushing Trixie away and scooting back. Okay, I remember. Remember everything you were saying. I remember being the element of honesty. I remember everything you've done. I also remember my life. What I think is my life. Trixie grimaced. That's Corona's spell, she insisted. How do I know that? Maybe you just cast a spell on me. How can I be sure? Trixie, in response, immediately dropped to her knees. Please, Raindrops, please. You never believe anything else I tell you. Believe me on this. Raindrops eyed Trixie, her best friend, on her knees in hocks, literally begging her, eyes wide and ears swapped back. She had never seen Trixie like this, except when it really, truly mattered. Trixie could be manipulative when she wanted to be, lie an awful lot. Well, she would never lie about something this big, this important. Raindrops pressed her lips together for a moment. Okay, she decided. Okay, I'll trust you. Trixie smiled brightly. Perfect, she said, dashing back over to the case that contained the elements. She lifted all 5 of the remaining jewelry up. Okay, now, Raindrops, I want you to use those memories Corona put on you. Ditzy, Tearly, Carrot Top, Lyra. It'll be the closest. Raindrops looked over each of the necklaces. Lyra's home's the closest. Trixie, if you're right, why doesn't the elements of harmony look like they're supposed to? Trixie stirred the elements. I don't know, she said, but that is a mystery we can solve later. Right now, to Lyra's! It all happened so fast for Lyra. One minute, she was sitting on her couch in her parents' place, reading a magazine. The next, a jasmine-colored Pegasus and blue unicorn, Trixie, burst in through the front door, slammed it behind them, and turned on her. Please, tell me I won't have to kiss you, Trixie begged. What? Lyra demanded. What are you doing here? You better know I've broken the lock. That's not a new door. My dad's... Zoot! Trixie cursed, charging at Lyra. She led backwards, but the Pegasus was already behind her. Body checked her. Then Trixie was at her, magically closing a necklace with a red gem set into it around her neck, leaned into her and, being at the train station for the first time, into Everfree. Corona, being transformed into a naked bear. A human? Trixie worked so hard to make sure the concert went off. The secrets of Atlantis. Trixie trying so hard to show her how Octavia, her mentor, was trying to trick her. The Salamanders, the Grand Galloping Gala. And yet, despite the wave of emotion, one thing that Trixie showed stuck out more than anything. Bon Bon. Lyra being with her, nuzzling her, kissing her. They were supposed to be together? Yes. Since forever. Lyra wasn't supposed to have kept her crush on her oldest friend a secret for her entire life. She was supposed to be mere friends for her. Lyra was supposed to be living with her, not in her dad's house. She was supposed to be a successful musician, not a hobbyist. She was supposed to be doing something with her life. Loyalty, Lyra's voice said in her mind. The element of loyalty. Because of the forest. Because I wouldn't let the sirens get any of you. no matter what, even if it killed me. Lyra fell away from Trixie, landing on her back. The raindrops caught her head before it could hit the ground. It took several minutes, but eventually the world stopped spinning. Things stopped looking strange. She stopped seeing two Trixies and two raindropses, or rather a raindrops and a Pegasus she had only occasionally seen around town. Instead, what? Lyra demanded. Trixie, raindrops, what's going on? The usual, Raindrops drawled. Bad times. We're trying to fix them. Lyra nodded. Hold on, she said, dancing away and upstairs to her room, before returning with her Lyra. Trixie eyed her as he did. Why not just summon it? She asked. Lyra blinked. Her new memories, no, the right memories, in her head coalesced. She did remember being able to summon her Lyra to her side. I don't know, she said. Give me a break, Trixie. I just had my memories restored. Trixie nodded, holding out the remaining elements of honesty, of harmony. Dearly, Ditzy, Carrot Top, she said. Who's the closest? Carrot Top, she said after a few moments of thinking. She works at the Herbal Remedy Shop. Shop? Not a farm? Trixie asked. Corona shook her head. Corona really did a number on us, she noted. But come on, Lyra Heartstrings, Knight of Equestria, has a town to save. Every pony rushed from Lyra's home as fast as their host could carry them, Trixie's horn glowing and wrapping herself in the elements of invisibility glamorous as they left. Has he been anything other than a state of panic, Trixie might have noticed something slightly off about what Lyra had said. Or rather, has he chosen to say it? But then, even if she had, she most likely would have written it off as effective a Tyrant Sun spell. Celestia put a hoof on Twilight's withers as the royal guards left, rushing off into the town hall. The test went a long way towards preventing a complete panic attack. Glancing at Celestia, her teacher smiled down at her, then closed her eyes, horns showing gold for several moments before opening her eyes again. I have surrounded Ponyville with a shield, she said. Nothing may come in nor go out. Trixie will not be able to go far. Unless she's already gotten away, Twilight objected, despite herself. Unless she's learned how to teleport. I mean, I know it's really rare that a unicorn can, but then I've never heard of a pony being able to cast 6 spells simultaneously. Celestia's smile faded slightly at that. Indeed. It is possible she's once again possessing of some artifact that is increasing her power. Like this power, Applejack said. She blushed at the interruption, but a glance and a nod from Celestia. She pressed on. Begging your pardon, Princess, but Trixie weren't just casting spells. She was casting them smart. There's some kind of trick behind it first, then poofed apart into smoke. And when I cut up to her, she just made smoke, tricked me into thinking she were another fake, or a sucking bugging me. And then it's just what you said. She blinded you instead of just lasting a light. Celestia frowned. Has he displayed finesse like that in the past? No, Twilight said, shaking her head rapidly. Trixie, even with the Elicorn amulet, she just went for the largest, most impressive spells she could cast. She's never been so proficient. She's never had a plan before, other than just making herself look better. But I thought she changed. Princess offered Twilight a sad smile. I do not believe Trixie fully understands what she is doing right now, she said. You saw how she reacted to me, and you heard what she accused you of. She is confused, and acting in a way that makes sense to her, even if not to us. But she must be found before she has a chance to bring harm to somebody else, or to herself. Celestia withdrew from Twilight. I will go to the town hall and coordinate with Mayor Avery Skrell, she said. Twilight, Applejack, please gather the rest of your friends. If Trixie truly believes what she says, she may think that you are all collaborating with this Corona she believes me to be. She may lash out at you. Once you are all together, try to imagine the situation from Trixie's perspective. Well, Applejack asked, just pretend I just waltzed in here and saw Trixie making friends with Nightmare Moon or something? Yes, exactly that, Celestia said with a nod. It may help us predict her next move, once she realizes there is no leaving Ponyville. Now, if you'll excuse me, she said, trotting towards the door. Princess? Twilight asked. Celestia stopped at the door, turning around. Twilight tapped her host together. I know we're in a rush and all, but one question. When Trixie called you Corona, and you looked like you recognized her name? Celestia paused a moment, looking away in consideration, like she was debating telling Twilight later. She eventually looked back to Twilight, into Applejack. I did, she said, but before today I only had one pony ever call me Corona. And she only did it once, 991 years ago. It was one of the most memorable days of my life. Twilight and Applejack looked at each other. Who was the pony? Applejack asked. Celestia uttered a weak, somehow genuine smile. Princess Luna, she said, turning and trotting out the door. Applejack and Twilight followed, both of them thinking about what Celestia just told them. Something just saying off. Well, it's like it, Applejack said, looking to Twilight. 991 years ago, Princess Luna weren't Princess Luna. She was Nightmare Moon, wasn't she? And she was trapped in the moon. So how could she have... Applejack and Twilight both looked to Celestia for clarification, but the princess was nowhere in sight. Carrot Top opened her front door and found herself looking at a mint-green unicorn. Lyra, she thought her name was. She played the harp sometimes in the park. Raindrops, a weather mare, one of Dizzy Doo's friends. Yes? She asked. No time to explain, Raindrops said, pushing Carrot onto the back of the first-floor apartment home. Glancing over her shoulder as Lyra entered as well. Closing the door just as a pair of Ponyville police officers tried by. Looking around each way. Oh my! Carrot Top breathed as Lyra's telekinesis closed the door blinds. Please, take anything you want. Just don't hurt me. We're not going to hurt you, a voice from nowhere said. Carrot Top jumped as a puff of blue smoke appeared from nothingness, revealing Trixie once it dissipated. Looking around, similar puffs of smoke around Raindrops and Lyra's necks, so they'll be wearing gilt necklaces. An apartment, in a podcast theory. You don't even run them. What happened to the farm? What? You mean my... You know what? Carrot Top Trixie asked, looking at Carrot Top. Doesn't matter. Carrot Top, please, 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 tell me I don't have to kiss you. Carrot Top blushed. And, well, I'd like it very much if you didn't. Trixie groaned as he brought forth a case of gilt necklaces, placing it around Carrot Top's neck. And Sarah horned a glowing bright blue as he leaned forward. Trixie's eyes widened, Carrot Top's eyes widening. Was he really about to... Leading Trixie and Lyra on the road. Walking through a field of poisoned choke to save Lyra. Trixie and Raindrops beside her, so she wouldn't have to suffer alone. The Phoenix terrorizing Ponyville. Trixie helping her with the farm competition. Helping her save her farm from bankruptcy. Working with Trixie to expose the night court and save her farm yet again. Her farm. Her farm! The one she sold to Applejack all those years ago, after her grandparents had died. She loved the country life, but she knew she had no real head for business. Couldn't really run a farm if she tried. So she had her carrot garden out back, but that was it. That wasn't supposed to happen. Supposed to have her own farm. And yes, struggle with it, but it was hers. Generosity! Carrot Top's solemn voice exclaimed. How do I know that? Because what else would you get? Lyra's voice asked in return. You watch for twice a joke from me. After a few minutes of existential crisis, Carrot Top looked at her three friends. Trixie was holding out the remaining two elements of harmony. Ditsy or Charlie? She asked. Ditsy, Carrot Top answered without hesitation, pointing to get what was going on. What had happened? For herself. If the elements of harmony were involved, that could mean only one thing. Corona. She'll be home in a few minutes. Trixie paused a moment, then buzzed a deep scarring. She toned, looking extremely uncomfortable. You mean, you and her, you're, roommates, Carrot Top answered, blessing herself at what Trixie just implied. All four mares shivered at the thought of that. We're roommates, Trixie, that's it. Praise the moon. I beg your pardon, Verity demanded as she, Applejack, and Twilight raced through Ponyville, simultaneously keeping her eyes on the road ahead while glancing around, trying to spot Trixie. I hope she doesn't actually plan to wear the Lunaverse, Twilight. It's kind of completely wrong for her, Kent. Applejack cast a glare at Rarity. Get out the point, Rare, she said. There's more than one point, she attended. I say, Applejack, I am worried about all the possible implications of Trixie having her hose on the elements. We have to focus right now, though, Twilight insisted. Pinkie Pie will be at Sugar Cube Corner, right?
Nope.
A high-pitched voice said from nowhere. Neither Twilight nor Applejack nor Rarity slowed down at the sound, instead of only glancing behind them to find that Pinkie Pie was following them easily. Indeed, it was bouncing rather than galloping.
My tail got it twitching and my ear flopping down, down, up, up, left, right, and then I just knew you girls needed my help. Of course, if it had been down, down, up, left, right, then it would have meant. Do you know where the Rainbow Dash is?
Twilight interrupted. Normally, she being slightly fascinated to document another possible iteration of the Pinkie sense. She had long since given up on figuring the mysterious sixth sense out, but she was still convinced it could have been in a predictable way. At that moment, she had bigger concerns, and all of them. Pinkie was most likely to know where Rainbow Dash was at any given moment. Pinkie considered a few moments.
So what you think?
She asked.
I don't know. She normally schedules herself for a day off today, so she could be anywhere. But I do know that Fluttershy was going grocery shopping today in the farmer's market.
That'll do, Plunky, that'll do, Applejack said as a small herd of mares changed direction as one, racing towards the market. Pinkie hopped up next to Twilight.
So, why are we running?
She asked.
Are we practicing for next year's rainy days? Oh, are we trying to make slush? Oh, I know. We're all going to Bon Bon's to try and get the golden ticket. It's just 6 of us and we all buy candy bars.
No, Pinkie, Twilight insisted. Trixie thinks that Celestia is evil for some reason, and we're the bad guys. She stole the elements of harmony, so we need to get together and find her.
Fine. That was my next guess, too,
Pinkie warned. Dizzy opened her front door, taking off her mailman's cap as she did.
I'm home!
She screamed brightly. She shucked her coat as well, left her empty mailbags near the door. She tried into the kitchen. She intended to get the blueberry muffin she knew was waiting for her in the fridge. Instead, she found herself looking at Raindrops, Carrot Top, and Lyra. All of them wearing the elements of harmony. And of all ponies, Trixie, looking at her with a pained expression on her face. Ditsy whickered in surprise at that.
Trixie!
She exclaimed, backing away. She looked at Carrot Top.
Carrot Top, you have to get around here. The entire town's looking for her. Princess Celestia is here and...
I know, Carrot Top said, holding up her hooves. Ditsy, it's Corona. Somehow she's...
It's Corona.
Trixie stepped up forward with determination. Even as she levitated an item, the element of kindness from a nearby blue box slid around Ditsy's neck before she could react.
Ditsy, she said. Ditsy, please, listen. You stay away from me.
She made to fly away, but both Trixie's and Lyra's magic grabbed her, pulling her back.
I'm getting real sick of this,
Trixie groaned as her horn glowed bright blue as she leaned in. Corona had been released. Kidnapped Ditsy. Dinky. Ditsy being there when Trixie first met Twilight Sparkle. Trixie and Ditsy at Atlantis. Trixie afraid of Ditsy for the first time in her life, when gangsters kidnapped Dinky. Then again, weeks later, when Ditsy had made some accidental assumptions about Trixie and Dinky. Ditsy helping Trixie make peace with Nightlight, Twilight Sparkle's father, at the Grand Gallery Gala. But strung throughout, for the two were inseparable in Trixie's mind, was Dinky do as well. Trixie teaching Dinky how to use her telekinesis better. Dinky coming to Trixie for help with some simple spells. Dinky as Trixie's stage assistant for this Eventide festival show. Trixie's heart swelling with pride when, for the school talent show, Dinky did a magic act. Through it all, Dinky saw the blue unicorn as someone she trusted with her daughter. She couldn't trust Trixie with Dinky.
Yeah,
Dizzy's voice said to her.
Kindness. Okay, I could get behind that, I guess.
Ditsy and Trixie fell away from each other. Lyra and Raindrops caught Trixie, while Carrot Top caught Ditsy. The two ponies stared at each other, one confusion and recognition at the same time. The other only with hope.
Trixie?
Ditsy asked, recognition finally winning out.
Ditsy!
Trixie exclaimed, leaping forward and embracing and nuzzling Ditsy tightly. For some reason, her normal hose-off attitude tended to drop with Ditsy, probably due to how motherly Ditsy could be. Ditsy returned the hug tightly.
I can't believe I forgot you. It's not your fault,
Trixie insisted, breaking the hug and nestle.
Where's Dinky?
You know, I love Dinky and all, but please don't let Dinky show up in this thick. My voice is tired.
Let's go,
Ditsy said, looking around at the rest of her friends. Memories were at war with her head. It was a brief one. Dizzy practically knew every pony in Ponyville thanks to her job at the post office.
Surely. Well, I guess we're going to get now.
Trixie nodded, pressing her front hose together. And then, she said, we're going to buck Corona back into the sun where she belongs. Dizzy pointed dramatically at the door.
Disco!
She exclaimed. In the farmer's market, the three mares were panting out of breath. One pink one was busy buying a Celestia despite the cold weather. And the two Pegasus mares, Rainbow one of a pair laden with grocery bags, as she hovered in the air, using groceries as weights, were waiting for an explanation.
Elements. Stole Celestia,
Twilight gasped. First I put her hose to her mouth.
Oh my goodness, she exclaimed. The elements stole Princess Celestia? How?
Rainbow Dash set her groceries down. She rolled her eyes slightly. I think you need to clarify, she suggested. Twilight shook her head.
Trixie stole the elements,
she explained when she had her breath back. She thinks that she's supposed to be the bearer of the element of magic, that we're all frauds. Princess Celestia is helping with the search, but we all need to be together in case Trixie thinks we're all evil too, and she tries to attack us. Rainbow Dash groaned.
Ugh, what is with that mare? She demanded. What's going to happen next time she comes to town? Will she be riding an Ursa Minor? An Ursa Major? The poor dear,
Flashlight said, tapping her hose together.
She must be confused after being struck by lightning and overchanneling. I've seen this sort of thing happen with animals they like us out there. They can be completely different after.
She looked up to Twilight.
What can we do to help her?
Twilight considered. Figure out where she's going next, she said. Princess Celestia said she would try to think like her. Imagine if we found ourselves in Ponyville. Found every pony acting strangely. Found Trixie making friends with Nightmare Moon and with the elements of harmony.
Well,
Rainbow Dash said, glancing between her friends.
Get the elements of harmony, then find you guys, I think.
Applejack stomped a hoof. Rat, she said. Trixie just don't think she's supposed to have the element of magic. She was surprised to see Ma Coon mark on the element of honesty too, right? So these things were supposed to be all different. But who? Twilight looked around. The farmer's market was slow right now. There were still several dozen ponies in sight. There's thousands of ponies in Ponyville. What's Five really looking for? Applejack thought. It seemed reminiscent of being friends with a few ponies around town. She woke up. She said her proud farming. Carrot Top, Dixie Doo, and Cheerly. Yeah, that's all I remember.
I don't know what Dixie Doo and Carrot Top are right now, Rarity said. But right now, Sweetie Pet is at school. And that means Miss Charity must be as well.
Trixie isn't there now, so be there soon. All right, Twilight exclaimed, looking around a few moments before pointing.
To the school!
You'll sleep a lot happier about that than normal.
Well, I get to go to school and see some of these classes.